Hello students, I am Aniket Kirsch, your computer teacher, and today we are going to see what are variables in Visual Basic. So what are variables? So variable is nothing but it's a memory location where we can store something, right? So how we will define it? Variable refers to a memory location used to store data temporarily. Temporarily means what? I'll tell you. Wait. It has a unique name which is used to identify it in a program. Every variable has an unassociated data type such as string, integer, etc. to specify the type of a data to be stored. Suppose you are like, creating any kind of program. You are designing any program. So suppose you let's take an example of a calculator program. You have designed one calculator program in that when user will give any data as an input, user will give two numbers as an input, right? And these two numbers, whatever user is giving as an input, should be stored somewhere first, and then what? It should be added. Suppose some operation is performed, addition operation is performed, so these two numbers should be added, and then it should be stored in the third location, and then it will be displayed. For example, let's take in our case, as a human being, what we do? Suppose somebody will tell you to add two numbers. So you will take the first number, you will listen the first number, and you will store it somewhere in your memory, right? You are doing the operations, you are adding it, but how you are adding? You do the addition so frequently, but how you are doing it mentally, right? So in your brain, in your mind, you are storing it somewhere, right? That numbers. Whoever is giving you two inputs, two numbers, you will store it in your mind, then you will add these two numbers, and then it will be stored, come out, the output will come out in your mind, then you will see the answer, right? In the same way, in case of programming, also, when you design a calculator program, if you are taking two numbers from the user, these two numbers should be stored somewhere, and then these two numbers are added, and then the output will be stored somewhere else, and then it will be displayed to the user. Getting? So the first number you will store it somewhere, second number you will store it somewhere, then addition, the output value, the added value will be stored somewhere. So three variables in this case you are taking, right? So for this, what you will do when you will create such programs, when you will design such programs, you have to define three variables. When the user will give first number, it should be stored at this place in this location in the memory. Then user will give the input as a second number, then it should be stored somewhere in this particular location in the memory. And whatever operation the user will tell or give as a command, suppose addition or subtraction, the output of these two numbers will be stored in this particular location in the memory. And from this memory, it should be displayed to the user in some particular location, in the form we can say. So this is the exact way, how this integers, these variables are used. So variables can be of different types, right? Suppose user is giving numbers as an input. He wants to add the two values, or maybe he want to print something, right? So if he wants to print the text, so or a string or a character, so different variables can be of different types. Variables can be of different types means variable, the way we are pointing some particular memory location, we are creating pointing some particular memory location in the memory. So what we want to store in that particular location, it can be number, it can be string. So that also we will define what kind of variable we are creating. You will understand it in a better way when you will we will see the program, right? So when you will create a variable, there's one particular way, there's particular syntax. Dim variable name as data type. Here you can see dim variable name as data type. So dim a as integer. A is a variable name, and just s after that you will mention as, then data type. Data type means integer. I am giving integer as a data. Dim a as integer, right? See here, dim marks as integer. So marks is a data type, is a variable who is having a data type integer. It can, this marks is a particular location in the memory where this integer, any integer value can be stored. Dim name as in string. Name is a particular, name is a variable. Variable means particular location in a memory where a string kind of what value can be stored. Dim dob as date. Dob is the name of the variable or the location in a memory where we will store date. Getting? So this is the way, this is the syntax how we will define when we create a variable. So let us create an application to calculate area and circumference of a circle using variable. Right? What we are doing, we are creating a program, we are designing a program which can calculate an area and circumference of a circle, and in this program we will use variables, the concept of variables, right? As you can see, here we are having, so what all things we want in our form? What all things we want in our form? See, dim red as integer, dim area as integer, dim CIR for this circumference, right? As integer, red, and so in this program, what we want to ask from the user, we want to calculate the area and circumference. So what we want to ask from the user? We want to ask from the user the radius of a circle, right? If he will give radius as an input, our program will calculate this circumference and area of that, right? So here from this coding we can understand, here here we are having 3 text box, right? Text box 1, text box 2, text box 3. One text box for what? For taking input, right? Okay, let's make a program for this. So here one button we will take, one button, right? And let's make it. Here we are having a VB interface. So here I am taking one label box, right? To display to the user here. Here first label box and then second label box. 3 label box I have taken. Suppose in the first label box I want to tell the user what he has to give as an input. So here I am mentioning enter, in capital I am writing, enter the radius of a circle. Okay? Enter the radius of the circle. Wait a minute. Enter the radius. Radius spelling is mistake. Radius. Enter the radius of a circle, right? Now, next in this area, what will be the answer? What it will calculate? Area, right? Area of a circle is, area of a circle is, here we can see area will be area of the circle, and in this label 3 we want to display, in this label 3 we want to display circumference of this circle, right? Circumference of a circle. These 2 things will be calculated, and here we are having, okay, now I am taking 3 text box here, first, second, third. This is the third text box here, second text box is here, and the first, which will take the input from the user, right? Here the user will give the input, enter the radius, right? The user will give the radius here, and the answer will be calculated and displayed here, right? So here I am also, one button I want, button 1, right? This is the button 1. Here I will display, click here I am writing, right? Calculate I am writing, okay? Calculate, or in capital I am writing, calculate, like this, okay? Calculate. So like this is the interface or the form we have designed. Now I'll do the coding in this. So when the user will click on this, first user will give the radius, whatever the radius he wants to give, and after that he will click on calculate button. The area of the circle and circumference of a circle will be displayed. So I will double click here in the button click event. What all coding should be executed. So here first of all we are learning how to use this variables, right? So here I am writing, right? Okay. So here I am writing dim. What I say dim. What is suppose first is we are creating one variable where radius will be stored. The form, user will input the give radius as an input, right? So that as integer. That is whatever variable can be of we can name anything. So that I have given dim that as integer. Here integer will be stored, right? Integer kind of variable I want. Dim that as integer. Next another I want dim. Next is we will calculate the area, right? Area and circumference, and that will be stored in another variable. So area, the name of the variable is area. So name dim area as integer. This here also integer will be there, and then third variable is dim CIR for the circumference, right? Dim CIR as integer. Now here we are having the three variables, right? That area and CIR. So this three variables we have created. Now what operation I want to do? What operation? So user will give the input in what? Text box 3. So in that variable what we want to store? Value of what? Text box 1, right? Text box 1 dot text will be stored in this value, that equal to value. What this statement means? Well, value from the text box 1 will be fetched and assigned to equal to is assignment operator. So value from the text box 1 will be fetched whenever user will give and will be stored inside that variable. Means in a memory it will be located. The address where this value will be stored is named rad. Okay, so in this rad, the radius will be stored. And after that, I want to calculate area, right? So area equal to, area is also a variable. So what should be there in the area? What should be, in the area? What is the area of circle? Pi r square, right? Pi r square. So in this area, what I can write? Pi r square. So what I will do? Radius we got it, right? Now in this area pi r square. So what is the value of pi? 3.14. Pi r means into, right? Pi r. R, what is the value of r? Where is r? Z. Pi r square. Z into Z. This is the formula. Pi r square. But radius means pi into radius into radius. So radius is stored in that variable. So 3.4 into that. We can write this. Understood? In the same way, now what I want to display? Right now I don't want to display. First of all, let us calculate the circumference also. Right? So CIR is also the variable. Here what we want? What is the circumference of the circle? 2 pi r, right? So 2 into pi means 3.14. 2 pi, next is r, asterisk means into 2 pi r, rad, z, okay, because that is stored in that. So after this two statements, area equal to 3.14 into that, the calculated radius user has given as an input. Now radius into 3.414 is the equal to, will be shifted, will be calculated and stored inside the area, and 2.2 into 2 pi r, 2 into 3.14 into radius will be stored inside CIR variable, right? So now in area we are having the area, calculated area, and CIR, calculated circumference. Now we want to display it in text box 2 and text box 3. So what I will do? in text box 2, right? In text box 2, in text box 2, text box 2 dot text, right? Text box 2 dot text equal to, what should be here? Area. Area should be stored here, right? This is for area. And text box 3, text box 3 dot text equal to, what should be stored here? Circumference should be displayed here, right? Circumference, like this. Now let's execute this program. Error. Okay, let's check what is the error here. We will see expression expected. Expression expected. What is it? Let's check it in the code section. Here, okay, this plus sign is by default, so I am removing this. Now again I am running. Sometimes what happens when we create a program by default, sometimes when we select press the space bar, sometimes by default some values is by mistake clicked, right? So now this is the program. It is let's have one value here as a radius. Suppose 7 as a radius I am giving. Now I will click on this calculate button. See, area of a circle is 154, circumference of a circle is 54. Area of the circle 7 is the radius, right? So area of circle is pi r square. Pi r 3.14 is the value of pi r square. 7 into 7 is 49. So 49 into 3.14. So you can understand 154 will be the answer for this. And circumference of the circle is 2 pi r. 2 into 3.14 into 7. So 14 into 3.14, like this. So this is the calculated answer. Here one thing more we can do is that we can have one more text button here. Let me take one button also here. This is to clear, right? To clear the values. So here I can display CLEAR, clear, right? Or in capital I can write CLEAR, clear, like this. And in this clear, in this what I can write here, when this button will be pressed, text box 1 dot text will be what? Cleared. The same for 2 also, text box 2 dot text equal to, right? Here also it will make it blank, right? It will clean the values, clear the values. Text box 3 dot text equal to, like this. Okay, now let me again run this. Suppose first of all I am writing here the one value 9. Okay, now I will calculate. Okay, for radius 9, the area of a circle is this much and circumference of a circle is this. Now I want to clear the values, right? I can click on this clear and then again I can give the next value 90, suppose 14 I have given, 14 centimeter. So here again I will click on this calculate and now I want to clear the values, so like this. So this is the way how we can create this kind of programs. How can we use variables in our programs, right? So let's see the coding once again. Dim red as integer, dim area as integer, dim CIR as integer. 3 variables we have created, and the type of all this data type of all this variable is integer. Means all this variable will store integer values only. Okay. Now in red, what will happen in the form we have 3 text box. So first text box is to take the radius as an input from the user. So when the user will give the radius in text box 1, it will be stored inside this radius. Okay, red variable. And after that, once the variable will be stored in red, on the basis of this radius, it will calculate the area and is stored inside area variable. And same in this case, circumference will be calculated using this formula and will be stored inside this variable CIR. Okay. Now after calculations, area and CIR are having the answers, area and circumference. Now in text box 2 we will display the area, and in text box 3 we will display the circumference. And you know what is the use of this button 2, right? This is just to clear the values. So I hope you understood this program. This is very simple, right? And very interesting, I hope. So that's it for today. Thank you. Have a nice day.